Hello and welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons, and critically fumble a lot. In this case, in at least two cases, under the influence of moderate to heavy medication. Lucky you! Previously, the gang returned to Belarys, spent a lot of time catching up with their favorite arcane trickster rogue, and ended up getting into a fight when some asshole on a roof tried to blow their friend Alice's head off. Chaos ensued. There's a lot of dead crims littering the pavement, and Clarity not really wanting to get too heavily involved in this because she's got shit of her own to deal with, sort of banished into a shadow, and is now gone. So currently they're sort of standing and finally noticing that people are staring out every available window. And there's a certain amount of shouting in the distance that suggests that guards are on the way.
Oh, God.
I think the only one who could possibly right now get us out of this is Alice. Because Hial Fortinbras thinks we're all idiots. And I'm
We are.
Well, I mean, technically, we were only defending ourselves.
We really
we're
want to spend a
defending
while trying to
ourselves.
prove that.
Yeah,
I'm a paladin of Tritharion, and we're on decent terms with the governor.
Mhm.
No, we're not! Not anymore!
This one, it's not personal.
You may have to properly spell it out, because I don't think half of you, out of character, remember exactly what he said.
Okay. Remy, do you remember when Kreia was doing the thing with the bunny to Darvin? Hial was back there through his mirror looking at us and saying, "You idiots."
Yes, but
You might want to flag up that it was you fucking idiots, and B, how angry he sounded.
For one, he sounded unreasonably pissed. Two, he didn't just say idiots, it was fucking idiots. He was not happy with us.
Well,
Guys,
just let me talk to the guards.
Guys. If it makes Hazel feel better, I will make the initial approach. I am the one that they wanted to kill. You guys were just the ones who decided that you were going to help me not let them. If they need to talk to you, at least they'll have had me to smooth the path. If it makes her feel better and makes her flail less, isn't that worth doing?
Yeah, that is the wisest course of
I
action.
wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah. That is the wisest course of action here, and I'm saying that. So, wow. Okay.
You're
I've already put my bow away, by the way. You know?
Yeah, you're less unwise than you think you are. You just don't use it.
Yeah, I'm still new at everything, so it's yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm trying to use it, but it's
hair ruffles and steps to where you're hearing the guards coming in from.
Yeah. Let's start by looking as unhostile as we possibly can, to not get them more edgy than they probably will be already.
I mean, I didn't even draw my rapier, so you know, hey.
Those
You're muted.
Hammer is going away.
Ben, whatever you said, we didn't hear you. You are muted. Okay, so you were just... that's gonna get confusing. Anyway, so yes, 6 guards turn up, because apparently that was a terrible lot of noise. And, you know, somebody ends up over about half the rooftops and market stalls with giant glowing wings. That's gonna catch some attention. And Froseth, being the lip reader of the bunch, is the one who notices that one of the guardsmen, apparently the one who's in the lead of this little pack, actually does seem happy to see Alice. Surprised, but happy. We thought you were dead. We hadn't seen you in months. Yeah, I nearly was, but you remember that thing with the little dwarven boy turned up at your guard post like 8 years ago with, oh, the poisoning thing. Yeah, that was kind of my parents. They took off, but before they did, we got into a bit of an altercation. It explains that whole situation. And this is the repercussions of you coming. Yeah, basically yes. And my apparently my crew now that because that's a thing. I don't know why they put up with me, but that's a thing. They kind of stepped in to prevent me from getting more dead. They do that. It's weird. He pats her on the shoulder, going, "Not everybody is every man for themselves, Alice. You of all people know that." Yeah, but that doesn't apply to me. Look, they're a little bit nervous about talking to the governor because reasons that are so far above your pay grade, but suffice to say that this was all largely self-defense if self still applies to a company. Yeah, it still applies. So do the same rules. Should I be telling the governor that this bunch is back in town? Probably. There's things that they probably need to discuss. Again, above your pay grade. But, it's something that probably needs to get talked about. So if nothing else, this is a great way in. They were defending a resident against criminal murder. There you go. Pats her on the shoulder again. I'll let them know you're going to be staying. We are what we are. Of course, we're staying here. Guards, and Froset's the only one who gets any of that. You guys just see friendly-looking conversation. He comes back saying, the governor's probably going to ask to see you guys because there's a certain thing about a certain blue skeletal asshole that you probably want to tell somebody sooner rather than later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, there's rules that probably may or may not have come up when you guys dealt with Remy's captain a while back. Rule is, if you killed it fairly, you can loot it, but you have to leave at least 5 silver in the money pouch, if they've got that much, to pay for burial charges. They don't like foisting it on the taxpayers. I'll let you guys split whatever Clarity killed. I've got these two.
Should we mention the one we let go so that she can?
She's not going to be in town any longer. So
I suppose she probably split already.
Yeah. You provided a lot of. Wasn't me, but you provided lots of inspiration to make them move
Well, my
to
dagger
quickness.
helped. My dagger helped.
I mean, by the way, bravo for that. That was wonderful.
Thank you. So what now?
loot bodies,
Right.
clean up, get drink.
That seems like
fair.
a good plan.
Yep, go back inside where we won't be shot
Hopefully.
at, rather.
Hopefully, I heard the story of what happened with Flitty. Remember, dude, you told me everything.
Well, that wasn't shooting, so.
It's
That was
it's a similar principle, dude. It's
fair.
attempting to kill.
Fair.
So
So we loot the bodies.
yeah, let me think. So minus the 2, because I honestly don't remember exactly how many there were at this point. Basically, what you get is a total of 20 gold from all of your ones, and an assortment of pocket detritus.
Antheus, were you still keeping track of that? Or was I? I don't remember now. I know I was taking notes in general for myself, but I didn't remember if we had agreed whether or not you were going to keep doing it.
You guys never agreed in my hearing anyway.
Right.
No, we hadn't.
Not yet.
I've been also working on keeping track of it.
Okay.
It's good to have backups because I remember you
Agreed.
guys lost a whole bunch of stuff when Clarity didn't pass on the full contents of the bag of holding.
Mhm.
Because with this gold, that puts us at 308.
Well,
if I'm calculating correctly.
308 gold, not not counting the other. Okay.
20 platinum and 9 silver.
Okay. So cool. All right, we'll run with that.
So yeah, let's go with that. So how much total? So I can make note of it again.
Yeah, it was 20 gold and assorted worthless pocket detritus.
Nye poking the pocket detritus with a convenient stick.
And it really is just,
Lint.
lint, string, scraps of paper, buttons.
Does the 20 gold take into account leaving the 5 silver for the burial shelters?
Yes.
Okay.
No, is it if 5 for each or 5 for overall?
Well, I think it's currently it's getting dumped into party funds. No, it's 5 per body.
Oh, okay.
And then, I've already taken that into account. So.
Yeah.
So you said 20 platinum, 308 gold, and how much? And 20 silver. Smeagol?
It was 20 platinum, 308 gold, and 9 silver.
9 silver. Okay, got it. So I've also made note.
Okay.
So that's 3 of us with notes on that, which is good. Anyway, sorry for that little bit of bookkeeping.
That's fine.
Needs to be done.
And if you guys head in and you've got Alice going. So a lot of you guys got some shiny new armor kind of stuff, and I know that diamonds are gonna be a thing. Speaking of, how much in the way of diamonds do you need for that bit of?
For that?
Yeah.
It's some kind of diamonds worth about 300.
Rummages in bag.
Specifically diamonds, not pieces of them, though.
Yeah, she rummages through her own bags, pulls out one of her own money pouches, takes out 30 platinum, finds a smaller bag and just hands it to Hazel.
Thank you.
Well, that's what you used on me.
I didn't do it for the money though.
No, but you guys are going to need to replenish what was used.
Fair point.
I have the amount to do that, so why
Do
not?
we know where to find diamonds though?
Yeah.
Not like they just
Actually, no.
fall out the sky.
You guys know where in Alzor High.
Oh, that's right.
We'll be able to find it around here somewhere eventually.
And there's a whole district devoted to A, magic, and B, the priesthoods.
Yeah. So
Between them, you're gonna find something.
Yeah.
But where I was going with this was that y'all well, most of y'all have picked up some fairly shiny new bits of armor in your travels, and you've still got the older stuff. You might be able to get something for that in trade.
Good point. Good point.
And we still got a couple other locations to go visit. And Nye, I am getting you stuff.
Silent image, large question mark.
Yeah.
You're wielding a sword. You're missing the other thing that you could be carrying around.
Silent image, torch.
Shield. Taps on Ruby shield. Bunk, bunk, bunk.
Is there a reason I'm not talking exactly, or I forget?
He's just showing off. He does that.
No.
Yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces that I brought in from Alzorhai that I know go for reasonable amounts here, so anything I get for those I can put into the party funds as well. You'll be amazed at what even smaller amounts of some of the more exotic bits that you get out there can bring you.
Hmm.
I wasn't gonna bog you down with trade bits and pieces, but actually that does remind me though I need to save a few things for a gift for Remy's parents when we go to dinner tomorrow. It's polite, you asshat!
Okay.
She's right.
Are you gonna hit Arcane Ink at all? Cause
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna do that after we do whatever we're gonna do with the parentals
makes
in the
sense.
morning.
I
Cause
was going to
We
ask
still
about
have
that.
a price reduction on some stuff. Do you want that, or should we do that to make Nye a little less squashy?
Nye or Ava. I mean, a lot of you have got the spiffy. You've got the spiffy. You got recently new spiffy knocks on the breastplate. Bunk, bunk, bunk.
I love this thing. Yay,
Um,
Jenna.
Froseth has the shiniest of shiny. Yeah, speaking of, I want an introduction to your Jenna because
Furious nodding.
I have this idea of partially down to you guys a little bit because when we hit that Agwe Oasis settlement, I was thinking if I could combine dancing with swordplay, that could be a thing. But it doesn't work quite so well with. I mean, I love the axe, and I'm gonna keep it. But I'm thinking a pair of scimitars. But I don't want to just get any old crap. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and Jenna could definitely.
And unlike I think some of you guys, I know what to give her that will make up for the fact that she's probably not accepting very much in the way of money.
Tell me.
Yeah, because we've been trying to rack our brains when we actually have a moment to spare what little brain power we've got.
As I
Between us.
understand it, she's a cleric of the Forge, right?
Huh?
So
Yeah.
you're not you're paying her so she can live, but she attributes a lot of the rest of it to her god, which means the Forge. I mean, there's lots of different things that you can bring that would spiffy up the Forge a bit. Um, Incense-infused coal is one of the ones that can go. Similar sorts of, blessed bark kindling, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. I had no idea that was a thing.
And she's the best from what I hear from legends, but she's not the only one.
Hmm.
So I know a little bit.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I don't feel quite so bad not being able to come up with anything because I had no idea that was I had no idea. So
Now we know.
Now
Yeah.
you know, and I can point out the sorts of things while you're diamond shopping, because it'd be in the same sort of district where the traveling clerics go and shop.
yes, thank you very much.
This is what happens when we have two Belarys natives on hand, one of which is a little too quiet to give tours, and the other one who knows all the things.
Actually, to be fair, I picked up the information in Demille. We went to trade there very briefly. The people have their own sort of section of market and living space in the main mountain city. I'm assuming you guys will have to hit the Silver Vault at some point, and I'll take you around. Although, given it'll be your first time there, I'm assuming will be hosted by Governor Aled. She always hosts new guests in her own keep the first time around.
Is it Silver
Eyes
Vault?
Completely wide.
Sorry.
dinner plates at this point.
Yeah, sorry, Ava, what?
The Silver Vault. I don't.
It's a library up in the very far north. It's basically mass font of knowledge. The governor there, for a variety of reasons, partially down to what makes up local government, is very big on knowledge and the preservation thereof, which is why she hosts newcomers at her keep the first time. For people like Governor Bendis, it's because she likes to. Apparently, it's that she believes in conversation and knowing people.
Mhm.
Governor Aled believes in the knowledge and wisdom that people from elsewhere can bring.
I see.
And at around that point, one of the guards that Darvin vaguely remembers, Peter, one of the ones he actually owes a drink, he finally remembers after about a month, walks in and just goes, the Cupcake Coterie?
Oh no.
That would be us.
Governor Fortinbras would like a word with you.
Right now or?
Right now sounds like.
I'm guessing
And
right now, yes.
Peter's just looking at Darvin like, really?
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Let's go.
It takes him a second. I'm sorry.
Alice gives
Thank
him
you for the
very,
message.
very light slap upside the head. Almost a hair ruffle, but just tap.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Right
You
now.
did it again.
Right now. This is what it's like to have little brothers. This is what it's like to have little brothers. It turns around to Hazel. This is what it's like to have little brothers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. 200% like this.
It's probably worse for me because I have more common sense than you do.
Got a
Yeah.
point.
Hair ruffles Hazel as they head out.
You are getting
Let's
adopted.
just go, not make them wait.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming this is as they're moving.
Yeah.
Alice doesn't have a whole lot to gather. It is her axe, her bag.
I've just got the bag of hold all my crap and extra stuff in it.
So yes,
Oh, we lost.
yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
given he'd gone to his phone, I was kind of
Internet.
I was switching back.
expecting.
Right.
Doesn't he occasionally have
The internet. Yeah.
yeah,
There you go.
his internet issues? So yes.
No, that was a laptop crash and a nasty one. Windows didn't
Oh,
want to come back for a minute.
Well, welcome back.
Also, out of character, the reason I was talking in sign language, he didn't trust his voice at the moment because he couldn't match what Alice just did with paying back for the diamonds.
Mm.
Yeah, as they're as they are heading out towards Skycliff, you've got Alice sort of nudging him and going, "You do realize that you've been paying into party funds just by action for quite some time, right? I haven't. Maybe in a couple of months I won't feel the need to do that, but you've paid it back already. I just haven't yet. Believe me, you're apparently, and yes, I do kind of understand why, but don't let it get around. Your company alone pays it back." Gives him a pat on the shoulder and steps forward.
Family.
Yeah, Alice is not great at it, but she's trying.
And she's learning a lot faster than Remy is, certainly.
Remy has a different kind of awkward. Yeah, Remy has a lost everybody in really horrific circumstances awkward. Alice has a never actually had anybody awkward.
The best kind of awkward.
So anyway, yes. When you reach Skycliff, which is up, For Ava's reference, it looks like it's open to the air. Kind of a larger version of that gazebo-ish kind of structure on which you fought the Dracolich. But
Without
there,
the roof.
no, there's still a roof. It's
Oh.
just the sides look like they're open to the air, but there's no air current moving, so it's apparently shielded somehow. But you get an absolutely beautiful view of the city and the ocean and everything else.
We're heckin' high up.
Yeah, you've actually taken a much less rickety elevator than the one that got you to Crea Bendis's throne area. This is a little bit less pillow and strongly embroidered rug ornate, and more the kind of ornate that you're used to. Palatial.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get up there, in the, first you see a particularly lovely sunset from where you are, but you also see a man in his mid-30s, auburn-ish hair, lot of bronze chased, breastplate kind of armor, and he's sort of looking at you and going, "What did you do this time?" I was
I'm
given
just automatically bowing first.
Yeah.
Same.
Alice just gives a curtsy.
I give us like a sort of gesture of reverence.
Remy bows her head.
I didn't need to know that family issues are happening as long as you pay the body disposal tax and you're not instigating things against the innocent, which you're stupid, but you're not malicious. So I guess there's that. But I understand, if I'm reading between the lines, there's something that happened in your foray in the desert wastes that needs to be passed along to the Five Claws of Bahamut.
Yes, sir.
So what did you do?
Through a situation that got a bit out of hand, a Dracolich that was buried is now up and about. We, however, did kill the body that was there when he initially rose, but we don't know where the phylactery is supposed to be, sir.
Why? How?
Um,
That thing was supposed to stay bound. What did you do?
Ava just
Remy side eyes Nye.
Ava too. Ava's like glancing at Nye, trying not to be obvious about it, but we were actually
I'm
fulfilling
just going
a
to
couple
say
of...
that
No, don't worry.
if there's a dagger that's just laying there and picking it up is going to have horrible consequences, you might want to put some sort of sign up that says picking this up will have horrible consequences.
Oh no.
Wow.
All of a sudden,
What he means...
bronze dragon.
Oh god.
And
I am
Ava,
just getting out of the way.
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm backing out.
Yeah, no. Alice, on the other hand, stands directly in front of Nye. He was paying back a favor. You heard about the Red Dragon. I can't imagine Crea Bendis not saying anything about it. I died during that. They wouldn't have found me. But you know his patrons, or at least understand a little bit about it. They nudged these guys to find me so they could bring me back. There was a price. That was it. You want to take this out on anyone, take it out on me. Oh my gosh, she actually pulled it off.
What?
Did she roll another fucking 20?
No, she rolled a total of 18. He rolled with his even with his massive modifiers, he rolled a 12.
What? Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
Mostly,
Oh,
I
God.
think because he can't imagine that anyone would take responsibility for this in front of Massive Dragon if it wasn't true.
And just stand up to him like that, yeah.
I mean, I didn't actually like back away very far. I just, was like, am I gonna get squished where I'm standing?
Yeah,
Okay.
same. I was just
no,
like a couple
you're,
steps back.
yeah.
So, but
Trying to not get
Alice
back up.
acted way before I got any chance. So yeah, once I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be stupid. I'll wait and see what she says. So yeah, wow, okay. Because I was about to. I was like, okay.
At which point, what's done is done, and I understand that you have oddly more pressing issues to handle. However, looks at Alice, I charge you and yours to find that phylactery. Any of the damage that thing causes if it comes back is on your head. Understood. Since we are on a time scale, not to be rude, but we have a lot of things to do. If there's anything else that we could do or say at this point, by all means. If not, we have to rest up for some serious missions. Looks at her. Creo is right. You are... Go. Deal with this family issue. Deal with things in your little hole-in-the-wall country, and then you come back here and you deal with this. Gives him another curtsy, turns around and walks out without a backward glance.
Also bowing. And
I follow.
falling out.
Yeah. I just
Remy
burn-
skedaddles after her.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I left practically left a dust cloud. If there'd been dust on the floor, it'd been like poof.
One step
Yum.
short of casting expeditious retreat.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, you
Jesus
did
Christ, die.
get through. Yeah.
I turn. Sorry, go ahead.
And I'm just assuming in elevator conversation on hold until they leave and are back on the streets of Belarys, heading back to the Bravo's Boast.
I turn to Nye. Why did you have to say that? You must have known it would set him off.
I'm bad at words.
Well, that's why
But I
you let
felt that-
others try.
I felt I had to say something. It was my fault after all.
Yeah,
I mean,
you technically could
You
have
does
led
have a
with
point.
that.
I shouldn't let other people explain my actions.
Yeah, but if
Even
you
if I'm bad at the explaining.
if you don't let people you don't let people protect you with a well-placed lie
And
Or
also, there is a way
or
of
shading the truth, really.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
I mean, admittedly, my idea was probably not the best either.
What
But-
was your idea?
Well, I was just
I'm
going
also
to say we were
completely
fulfilling
ashen.
some jobs and just happened to run into the Dracolich, which is not entirely untrue. I mean, we didn't fucking expect to.
Dagger.
I
only
mean,
had to get after the
You're
dagger.
not entirely wrong. No.
He seemed familiar enough with the situation to know where it was and what was keeping it there.
Yeah,
And
that,
you didn't-
He knew someone had to have picked up the dagger, and
Oh.
I may as well take responsibility for that because, well, I
yeah,
did it.
there's a difference between taking responsibility for it and taking responsibility for it by calling the person who can turn into that stupid to their face.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you kind of did that.
Yeah.
Which is what I meant.
However,
But-
your intent was admirable. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and we live and learn how to words. I am still learning how to words.
I'm a bard, and I'm still getting the hang of it. So hey.
You're good when you have prep time.
Yeah, when I've got time to
Any
write it down. Yeah.
the minute someone surprises you, like the guard coming in to tell us the
That was stupid.
Lord
Sorry.
Fortinbras
You'll get
wanted to
better.
see us, that happens.
It seems a little bit ridiculous. I'm newer to this whole bard thing than you are, and I'm better at improv.
Yeah, but look where you worked.
He had jobs of an inconsistent nature before
Well,
this magic happened.
Yeah. So
how long were you playing?
that was actually my first official party, with a capital P. That I
Yeah,
was
but
performing at.
taverns?
Not
Where
often.
oh, come on. Even a few, the wrong thing to say is gonna get you punched. How often did you get punched?
That was completely in character, mind you. I got punched at times.
Tell you what, you coach me on the loot, I'll coach you in improv. How's that sound?
That would be wonderful, because that's my biggest problem. Yeah.
Oh, I love you guys.
Now, we obviously have some shit to deal with, and and so we need to handle the shit that's going on here, handle the shit that's going on back in Baronsphere, and then come back here so that thing doesn't wake up and write checks my ass can't cash.
R.
He was
Second.
kind of specific.
Well,
Yeah.
but
Well,
We'll see. Okay, I don't.
yes.
I don't
we'll see.
think
Okay.
I don't think we can hour me being cursed into a bunny. Okay.
I was expecting to turn into something like a cockroach there for a minute.
no, that's me. If we try to do a thing, anyway.
Speaking of coaching, though, that reminds me, Remy, you're pretty handy with a sword.
Yes,
When you have a bit of free time.
Pretty handy with a wow. Understatement of the year. Anyway.
Understatement of the century, I think.
All
Guys,
right, all
let her
right.
finish.
Sorry.
You are very handy with a sword. Do you think you could maybe teach me a bit?
Yeah, definitely.
That'd
When
be
we're
great.
not
It-
running
it-
across the city.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Out of character, that's something that's going to be interesting to work on in terms of proficiencies.
Yep.
But I'll do what I can, because Rangers, I think that one's not one you guys really get. But we'll see. We'll
Well, I
see
mean,
what
it's mostly as the last resort, so she wouldn't be using it all very much. So
yeah, I mean, she can
much of it.
still use it, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean you get any dice
Yeah.
bonuses, and it's still based on your strength.
right.
Yeah, you need to find a sword that actually works off you.
Well, a rapier.
Yeah. I was about to say. Yeah, that sword that you ended up with there, that probably is not going to be the best for you.
Well,
But yeah, I mean that's why I've got mine.
You've got the Jenna thing.
Question then, Ava.
Mhm.
How much would that sword have to change to not be that sword in your eyes?
what do you mean?
They have a cleric of the forge.
Right.
Who's to say that said cleric of the forge couldn't convert that sword, the metal and the thing of it, into something you could use as
Hook it from my back.
Reforge it, basically.
I know. I don't know. I mean, it was my father's, so I don't know. I think I'd have to think about it.
Well, you've got time to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the big question is, you spoke to at least one of your parents. What do
Mhm.
you think they'd prefer? Having the sword remain as it is, having you remain as you are, or having both become the things you need to be? Then walks into the Bravo's post.
Automatically
Ever
following.
thinks back to the "as long as you stay alive" thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, she got something to think about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I hadn't
Just,
thought of that.
I'm just walking in.
No,
I'm
but you have not seen her wisdom score.
It was probably much better than mine.
I think was it? Anyway,
16.
Yeah, it rivals
mine's-
Verseth's and mine.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm walking in. I'm going. I didn't think I needed a drink before. I definitely need one now.
I think we all could use one.
Yeah.
More occupied.
Let's just stick with ale. We
Thank
got a
you.
day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Point.
I don't need to get drunk. I just need to take a little bit of the shakes off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remind myself that it's actually normal to react the way you guys do to that kind of thing rather than the way I do to that kind of thing. I think I might be a little bit too much inured to that kind of thing.
Possibly. Maybe.
Speaking of what happened, I have a question, Alistair, if you don't mind. Feel free to not answer, but
I'll know it when
You
you ask
get-
the question.
do you get that sort of reaction? Is that the first time someone did anything like
Hmm?
What do you mean?
Like
that? No,
what?
well, like attacked you because you were
Oh.
you, I suppose.
Well, the only time anything like that has ever happened was my parents, but keep in mind that the people tend more towards the accepting, and the people at the Tipsy Pixie didn't know.
Funny
How
thing
did they
about
not know?
no need
'Cause
to wings.
no need
Yeah.
to wings, no need to heal.
But yeah, well, I suppose yeah, but you still look like.
I look like I do, but that could have been anything. We had people do the same thing with hair dye, minor magical talismans.
Makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Funny thing about that whole encounter out there, and your parents in general. Abomination, really?
I know, right?
You're you and the wings and oh no.
You're anything but an
Oh
abomination.
no. Oh no.
What?
Sorry,
Well,
she's had an epiphany now.
What are you thinking?
Okay.
Hazel? What are you thinking?
Well, honestly, I'm thinking I'm gonna rummage around in my stuff and pull out that little scrap with the blasphemy symbol on it. I'm
Oh, we-
thinking these.
No, I haven't seen these, have I?
No.
This is
What
a
are
messed
these?
up
Yeah,
Halo
I-
symbol.
Yeah, I second her. What the fuck?
Oh.
They're-
At one point, when we were, when before,
Oh, is this Eaters of the Sun crap?
Yes.
The what?
this was a cult that we had run across on our way
Eaters
to.
of the sun. Does that mean they hate Padal?
They
Apparently.
worship the stuff that did Star Coast.
Yeah. Whatever force stuff, whatever that is, they worship it. Or
Remember the stuff that was all over Ava? Remember the stuff that was all over that skeleton thing from the first item that we got for Nye?
Yeesh.
The
Pendant.
and oh right, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And you're thinking Alice's parents might be connected to them?
they're calling a celestial being an abomination.
I mean, they you might be stretching things just a. I mean, I'm not saying you're not right, but it might be a little bit of a stretch.
We'll find out when we
But yeah,
start
Boom.
kicking
exactly.
down doors tomorrow.
Either way, we're not letting that slide.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
But if nothing else, they definitely don't seem to. I don't know. It does not make much sense for them to consider LSA an abomination on some levels.
And I'm putting the scrap away.
On
Well, it doesn't
certain
make much
levels,
sense for them to throw her off a bloody airship either. But
well,
yeah.
and on some levels, some people just if it's different, it's an abomination. It's not even. It doesn't even need to be
right.
that deep of a reason. You know,
True.
it's just it's different. We don't like it. You know.
Pats Darvin. Stop calling her an it.
No, I mean I'm not.
He means in general. He means
I'm
in
speaking in
general.
general terms here. I'm not talking specific. I'm sorry. I didn't know what that was.
yeah. Could we keep in mind that we are talking about the possibility of my parents being in an apocalypse cult?
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
What do you
Away from-
think? Do you think it's plausible?
I tried to avoid my parents. As soon as I figured out the criminalness of them, I hid out in the library. I did odd jobs. I fed
Well,
myself as best I could.
Well, what do you guys know about the Sun Eaters? Do they tend to to do criminal stuff like this, or like her parents, or are they just cultists?
They're a
The
little
ones-
bit past cultists, considering the ones we found torched a pixie village and generally tried to kill us on sight.
I see. Well, I guess the only way to find out is to
Not kick down some doors, like Remy said.
Yep.
LSA sort of looks at first, I think, going, I kind of trust you as quiet I am watching this shit. What do you think?
With I think it's a stretch. There's the back with what Darvin's saying. Someone being different is sometimes enough for them to be
Mm.
treated wrongly. It's
That's true.
there's not enough to jump to the cultist conclusion yet.
Is there enough to take precautions against the cultist possibility?
Maybe
No,
some, but
Be
not
careful,
going.
by the way.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth it to be cautious.
Never
of
hurts
course,
to be
but
prepared.
The only reason that I'm flagging this up is because up until right that very second, Remy was talking about we'll find out when we kick the door in.
I don't think he meant she meant literally.
She meant
Well.
literally.
oh yeah, this is Remy. Ooh yeah, I took that more.
Definitely kick it.
Yeah, I took that a bit more metaphorically myself, but now that you mention it,
Yeah,
considering the
That's
source.
actually a
Yeah,
good
well,
point.
all of a sudden, Darvin's flashing back to her buffying Carter's door in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. Well, there was
I
that
was-
one time we actually did. Oh yeah,
I
okay.
was going to say it wouldn't be the first door we've kicked in.
All right.
And to be
Yeah.
fair, Darvin in particular would probably remember this. It was around the same time as you had that really you had Carter with that really nasty artifact. And that kind of smuggling is criminal behavior.
Ooh.
You
yes.
have face.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, Carter and him and the smuggling, and the kicking in that door, and yeah, that kind of went.
Wasn't that the guy
that-
who went crumble poof?
Yeah, from the artifact.
Oh,
but that
right,
was also
yeah.
that was also the reason why we were really concerned about Flitty for a while there, and still are, because we love Flitty. But yeah, that was that artifact, and yeah, that smuggling, that sort of thing is criminal. So
Well, it wouldn't be the first time my parents have dealt in secondhand artifacts. I can't say for sure it's them, but I'm just saying that's more than we had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and the thing, and the other thing too is that yes, okay, they might not be involved with these guys like directly, but you know they may have had dealings with them. So I mean, they're you know,
Anyway, I do notice that while you got an approximate location for these people from the person you then ran out of town, you didn't get a specific building.
mm,
Don't worry, we're going to start with my place, my old place. If we're going after my parents, that's a logical place to start, anyway.
Yep,
I can't fault that.
definitely works.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just search pattern from there.
For now, we need drink and
Well, I'm assuming you've been doing this over your ale.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That may
We
make
should
sense.
probably clarify right now.
Uh,
You're
Whoa, you're
breaking up
breaking up.
real bad.
Is that
Start
better?
from the beginning.
Yeah,
Ava,
start from
you
the
broke up
restart
real
from the
bad.
beginning.
The question we should probably clarify before we end up in the most likely inevitable conflict is how far do we go?
We can't, not until we know how far they've already gone.
Well, I think what Ava means is if we have to kill your parents, are we going to kill your parents?
Thank you, Darvin.
Look,
These are better words already.
we're skating around it. We're skating around it. We're skating around it. You know, you're asking how far are we going to go? That's as far as we can go in the situation. I mean, and it's not any of our call to make.
If we have to. Okay, look at it.
Look, I'm not going to let anybody. Sorry.
She's giving you that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting really close to rage look.
Yeah, I'm just.
If they are just criminal asshats, and they try to kill us, which clearly they're going to, we kill any mook that doesn't run, subdue them, and see what we can do. If they're cultist asshats, we torch the place.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that's what I figured.
Darvin?
Takes the remainder of her tankard, dumps it over Darvin's head, sticks the tankard on his head like a hat, and says, "I'll be in our room," and walks
Was
out.
that really necessary? He's gonna smell of ale all night now.
And from midway up the stairs, he has prestidigitation.
Good point.
Which I'm deliberately not using yet. Because I'm just sitting there. Just, I earned that.
Yeah.
Yes, I think the thing that Darvin is maybe starting to take away from this is stop adding "that's what I figured," because it invalidates anything anyone is trying to tell you.
I think I'm going to reach over and take that off of his head before dramatic irony chooses this moment to turn him into a bunny who will then
No,
be
he's
inside.
already been
already done that
bunny
for the
today.
That
She
happened with
just pulled it and
clarity.
put it down, I'm assuming. She didn't.
No, she put it on his hat,
Oh.
like a hat. Boonk.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's still sitting there. Drip, 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 drip.
It looks like she's
I'm-
taking it off.
I'm gonna go
Prestidigitation
sleep
just-
now. You guys have a good rest of the evening, and I'm gonna shuffle towards wherever the room is supposed to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
and
guys were
before-
shown to which rooms were yours, so
And if anything happens, you call out. You don't try and do things solo. That works for all of you. Probably should have mentioned that before Alice ran off, but she went off so fast.
Well,
If
given
Alice
that
has
she
to
is
take care of
probably
something, we'll notice.
She's about the only one of us that might be able to handle something solo, aside from Remy.
I suppose.
Well, and Froseth.
you get the Dragonborn head tilt.
Dude, you have done some crazy stuff. Don't even lie.
He does.
Yes, but I've also been put down the quickest.
Okay, that's a fair point.
At which point, from inside of Ava's bag, glass cannon in Draconic.
Yes, Flitty.
Well, no, it's just little head poking a little bit out of the bag.
Hi, Flitty.
What if Flitty just...
Don't worry about it. You know what? Before I say anything else as stupid as that was, I'm just going to go to bed.
I think we could all use a bit of sleep.
Yeah.
Remy's slowly finishing her ale to give, I would say, 5 minutes.
When Ava finally turns up the room, she's gonna see me like trying to deal with the hair, but not doing so well.
Come here.
How?
Ever.
I'm sure this is a ploy. It's just Hazel likes other people dealing with her hair.
I'm gonna find a chair.
Ava actually kind of likes it because it reminds her of when her...
Your sound cut out halfway through that, but we got the gist.
Memory of her childhood.
At the very least, when Remy does get back up to the room, she sees that Alice has divested herself of breastplate and axe, and is basically sitting on the bed going, the only reason I don't go and deal with this bullshit myself is because I figure you would A, follow, and B, give me that look. I don't like getting that look.
Remy just smiles to her.
I love the nod, just the smile and nod you were doing yourself. I was just like, wow, that's perfect.
Remy gets it, but
yeah,
she's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Also, if I stay until breakfast, there's like snuggling and sandwiches with actual bacon, real bacon made from actual pig. Snuggling and actual pig bacon is a thing that I need.
You and me both.
Oh my god.
In any case, we will draw a predominant veil over the rest of the evening, unless anybody else has any last minute shit that they want to be getting up to.
Nye basically finding the chair, collapsing in it, going silent image, forest.
So yeah, you two, Froseth and Darvin, who are sharing the room with him. All of a sudden, it's forest.
Eh?
No, not like the whole room, just like a just like a band of like kind of taking a painting and wrapping it around your head.
But you can still, it's not...
We can still see the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing this going, eh? It's at least a silent image.
Chirp, chirp.
Good night, Nye. You absolute glorious.
Oh, God.
Wow.
You're all very, very strange people, but, you know, yes, so, after...
At least it wasn't a sandpiper.
I hate you so much.
Head pokes out. They don't live in forests. Head retreats in.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, yeah. So morning happens, obviously, and downstairs there is, in fact, the general breakfast stuff. So it's eggs, actual pig bacon.
I'm actually able to get up at a reasonable amount of time, though
hmm
through some stumbling and snoring of cake pants. So Ava gets a full, like, you just hear that being half shouted, and I'm falling out of bed and then getting up and going about my normal shit.
Jesus, Hazel. You're gonna give me a heart attack.
Who? Sorry, never mind. I'm gonna go with my Halo exaltations, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You do that.
you get a bam, bam, bam on the door. If you want to do,
Hello?
if you want to do dawn exaltation stuff, I'm gonna be on the roof.
Following, and I sort of half stumble out and follow Alice.
Don't fall off.
The door opens a crack, and Alice just pokes her head in, just literally to give Ava the really look for a minute,
It's
and then
Hazel,
go,
come on.
yeah, but
Well, yeah,
she's got me.
The verb stumbling there in combination with the noun roof did not give a happy mental image.
I'm already out there. I'm already going
Oh.
downstairs to this noise.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
joined them.
Remy's going downstairs.
So there is, Remy will and everyone will see the mass breakfast buffet: eggs, bacon, sausage,
Yep.
fried
I'm just
potatoes,
Mm,
coffee.
making my way down, grabbing a little bit of everything,
Yep.
and I'm gonna go ahead and make like a really tiny little plate for a certain fairy dragon.
Aww.
Who's sort of currently on Ava's shoulder because was
Mhm.
sleeping in her bag that night. So, ooh, no.
Go ahead, Judy.
I still like getting fed from other people's plates, but that's okay. He was thinking of me, and it's the thought that counts.
I know you do, Flitty, but I wanted to do something a little special.
I lean in. I think he prefers to be shared. That's what he means.
Sometimes doing something special is less about giving what you want to give, but giving what they need to get.
Good point. I'll remember that. Thank you.
That's what your lady always says.
Wise words. No,
She's
I
a
mean,
cleric.
I mean,
Most of them are wiser than the Hazel lady.
I may not be all that wise myself, but I know wise words when I hear them.
Yes, eventually, Hazel and Alice come down from their dawn prayers, and yes, pig bacon.
All hail the bacon. Wait, are there cake pans?
No,
No cake pans. Bacon!
look at it this way. Wouldn't you prefer hold out for your mother's cake pans?
Yeah,
There you go. Then.
good plan.
There you go.
Cake
Then.
pan?
I don't think I've heard of those either.
They're basic, as far as I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong here. They're pancakes, but with hazelism.
It's a thing that I called them when I was a kid, and it kind of stuck.
Ah.
So yeah, hearty breakfast, and then this is gonna be a day.
Yeah.
Well, once we're done with this, assuming everybody is still like capable of moving under their own power, I probably need something else to wear. We're having dinner at somebody's.
Oh right.
I don't
right,
have that
right.
much in the way of actual clothes.
Yeah, I should probably do something for that too, actually.
Well, particularly given it's getting a bit colder now. I don't mind it so much, but I should probably at least dress like I do. What?
Yeah. You plus the north and you not being able to even feel cold anymore. That's a thing.
It picks up a bit of toast with whatever preserves Hazel put on it, shoves it in her face. All of y'all need to learn when to stop talking.
Meanwhile,
Except for like Froseth, who needs to learn when to start talking.
Point.
I'm that bad.
Apparently, there's no middle ground with us.
meanwhile,
Yeah.
Nye is having a silent stare down with the one piece of bacon left on his plate.
What did it do to you?
Just staring at it.
First, you were so still, I thought you froze. I was like, wait, what? Didn't realize that was in character.
It was just ignoring.
Well, you've got Alice sort of just gesturing at him and looking at the rest of the group like, eh?
I don't know. This is new.
Well, at least we won't get swallowed up by something in the sand this time. Last time he stared off into space, it was interesting.
And had to be rescued, as usual.
Hey, so did I.
Nye, what's wrong with the bacon?
No, the bacon's fine.
Well, why are you staring daggers at it?
Shakes head, eats bacon.
Well, if he wasn't gonna eat it, I was. So just.
I was tempted too. You're not alone
Amy
in
just
that.
shrugs and goes back to her plate.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
And seriously, Nye, if you're not okay, I'd kind of like to hear about why and how. I don't know about these guys, but I imagine that they're with me when I say, I'd like to make sure you're as okay as you can be.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That'd be nice. I mean, you are family, dude.
And also, if he's not got his head in the right headspace, that could
No,
get him killed in
don't
battle.
even say it. I'm not even thinking about it. You're giving me this look.
I'm walking over to Ava, picking up a bit of sausage and just doing the same thing that Alice did to me. Toast.
Don't even try it.
You are wordsing things that don't need to be words.
Well, maybe they do.
How about we all be quiet and let Nye speak?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going anywhere until he says something.
All right.
Everybody's looking at him.
Yeah.
Don't we have, like, doors to go kick down or something?
Not until you say what's up. And if you
don't,
say
I'm
the
gonna
ceiling,
shit on
I'm
you.
gonna hit you.
Just sipping my coffee. That's the only movement from Darwin at this point.
You continue to say nothing, you will be set on by a me.
That gets an eyebrow raise from Darwin. Like, okay.
Just absolutely at a loss for words.
Can you elaborate on that? I'm asking that literally. Can you?
No.
Okay then.
Is it about
don't-
anything in specific?
You're asking me to put into words what I don't know how to put into words. Sorry.
I'm trying to find the right questions to help you get it off your chest.
It's nothing. It's fine.
It's not nothing, otherwise you wouldn't be reacting so severely.
Exactly.
Or to put it the shorter way, bullshit.
That works too.
Succinct, to the point.
Why a bull in particular?
You're deflecting.
Out of character. Damn, good one.
I knew.
Let's say I'll feel better once I actually manage to do the right thing, say the right thing, be the right thing.
You and Darvin need to have like a support group meeting because, as far as I can tell, I don't think Darvin has done, said, or been the right thing either. Hell,
Yep.
the only thing I've actually done successfully is turn people into pate. And, you know, dragons and other assorted bits of shit. But, you know, apart from, like, you guys, I've been a pretty face, a good body, or an abomination.
Remy gives her a look.
I'm just saying, everybody has those moments.
No, I just went
That's
white.
fair.
Okay. Clearly that was the wrong thing to say. Do you want to sit this one out?
I'm not even going to talk about what I just realized for fear of who might be listening.
Oh,
Oh boy.
gotcha.
Out of character, Nye just remembered he referred to his patrons as abominations during that fight. You know, if you think she's an abomination, you should see who I serve.
I
And-
don't.
Oh, right.
I think.
Whoops.
And
I
if
think.
Yeah.
Alice
in
was
case they
kind of
missed that at the-
airborne at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, but in case they missed that at the time, he's not going to say it again.
To quote Percy, I can see how that would end poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
Well,
as far as
Let's just go do something that I might have the chance to get right.
I haven't. Well, I've gotten like nothing right. Like, I don't think there's been a situation where I've said the quote unquote right thing at all.
You
Perfectly.
you took the rap for Hazel.
Fair.
And hey, you make mistakes, but who doesn't? What matters is you're trying.
And
You
to-
have the good intentions.
You're trying, you're learning, and let's be perfectly fair here. You were the warning flag. If you hadn't been booted out of that party, if
Yeah.
you'd gone in with the, you know, if you hadn't let your boredom get the better of you, if you'd played the noble game the way a lot of bards would have done, or at least a lot of minstrels would have done, and you hadn't got thrown out on your ass, if you hadn't accepted the help offered because, you know, you didn't trust these people, how badly do you think Star Coast would have gone?
Well, it would still be going. I mean, in the negative sense. I mean, the stuff that they
Yeah.
were doing. would still be
No,
going, so.
basically, probably all of Baronsville would be gone by now.
Good point.
What
But-
you got right was who you assembled and who you chose to trust. That's a good start.
Yeah. Now, we've all stumbled here and there along the way, and we'll find our niche. We'll each of us, and we're getting better, and we'll keep getting better. And like Ava said, we all, I mean, not just me, we're all learning. We all make mistakes, but
Also, you want an example of screwing up? Try letting in the person who raised your household.
so anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is I understand the crisis of confidence, but I'm not giving up on you.
We all ended up on this quest for a reason.
Right.
So I'm not going to say, deal or anything like that because that's ain't that easy. I know, but none of us are giving up on any of us. So
How about instead of saying deal, as in deal with it, how about a deal that's a little less all-encompassing than a couple of the ones you've made lately? Holds out her hand. We will support you through this if you let us. Deal? Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
If I can resist the voice is the wrong word and probably worry some of you way too much.
I think I know
But
what
if
you
I-
mean.
If I can resist my brain jumping to the point that would just make me feel worse.
That's what we're here to help you do. If
Yeah.
you accept this bargain. And
and
it's an
she's
op-
holding.
Yeah, she's still holding the hand out. Shake.
Yep, and when he does, as soon as he
Yeah.
does that, I immediately reach over and go,
Oh,
boom.
we're not doing the. We are doing the
Yep.
thing, aren't we?
It's happening.
Yes, we're doing this.
A big dragonborn hand.
Yeah, boom. Yes, we're doing this. Get over here.
With Flitty at the top.
Yeah, Flinty does actually
Yep.
land on the top and flaps the little wings and going, we're helping each other.
I just throw my head back and laugh.
I just took 2 points of cute damage.
Oh god, that was brilliant.
I love friendship circles.
Well,
Okay, we've done the friendship circle thing, and you've had and then sort of looks at Flitty. Flitty looks back, nods, and then curls up around Nia's neck. I'm your emotional support fairy dragon.
Oh my god. Can I actually understand Flitty? I forget. No, I don't think you
No,
can.
not quite. When speaking in Sylvan, which he was just then, you get close, but not quite close enough.
No, but Nye, he can't either, can he?
He can. He speaks Sylvan.
Oh, can he? Sorry.
Sylvan's my first language.
Oh, right.
I'm a emotional support. It beats the guy who had a cactus.
We don't talk about cactuses. They nearly pinned you all to death. No.
Oh.
He has a
I
point
really
about
need to
that.
learn how his language.
Did you just say he has a point?
Oh god. Oh god, here
Not on purpose either. That was
we go. Wow.
It was not on purpose. Not even remotely.
You know what? You know what the worst part is? I can't even say that we should proceed to where we should be proceeding and be killing the pun because literally the people who established the neighborhood we're about to be in nicknamed the damn place the High Street. Yeah. Don't
Easy to remember, I guess.
don't even. It just Honestly,
Onwards.
they deserve to have a door kicked in for that alone.
Yeah. Let's go with that reason.
Anyway,
Well, like, to be fair, let's not burn all of it. There's one place that's actually kind of cool. It's sort of at the closer end, and they're they don't sell anything particularly nasty, and unless you're a complete teetotal, I don't actually have anything against some of that, but I just don't like the rest of the criminal element that's set up there.
Okay.
So if we can just keep the collateral damage to one building,
That's fair.
We can do that.
hmm
awesome, because I may not agree with some of it. I don't see the problem with some of it. Either way, there's a lot of people I don't really want losing their livelihoods.
That's fair.
or their lives.
I wasn't thinking we were going to go on a mass rampage and kill spree, but if
Well, I
that's
mean,
if that's your jam, then let's find somewhere else to do it.
No, I'm just. I mean, the collateral damage.
You're
can go-
over explaining again.
Let's get moving.
What Remy said.
Started.
And on that
Let's just
note,
go.
we are about at that time, so we will leave them for at our 5-minute break point, heading for the district that they literally just call the High Street. And when we come back, we will deal with whatever the hell is lurking in Alice's parents' place. And we're back. The Cupcake Coterie is about to go and kick down a door in the little alley slash district where you can buy various mind-altering chemicals, shall we simply say. Yeah, and Alice is obviously leading the way. Although she does stop in the middle of market and goes, you know, it occurs to me that if we're heading in that general direction, and there's still folks that work for my folks, if you see what I mean, we probably don't want them to see me coming.
Mm.
Well, it's a bit of a waste, but if push comes to shove, I can always just go rage. And waves a hand, and she now looks rather different. She's borrowed various aspects of people's appearances. The hair appears to be largely courtesy hazel. The paler than pale skin tone she's borrowed from Remy, and the approximate dress, the coat and everything, the style of it, she's borrowed from Darvin. Ta-da!
How did you do that?
That's neat.
As I sort of vaguely mentioned to Darvin last night, he's now not the only bard among you.
Oh.
Hence the thunder waving people into walls
Right.
and the inspiration magic thing that I chucked in Remy's direction.
Oh, right, that speech pattern. I don't know what it is.
It's kind of something that people do.
Northern thing. Cool.
Yeah, again, it's singing in and of itself doesn't generally happen, but you'll occasionally get people who duel with words that way. You get two people and you face them off against each other, and they'll go back and forth, either bigging themselves up or cutting the other guy down. Or a combination of both, depending on what their style is.
So
No wonder you're so good with the improv.
So it's like some kind of so like those. So it's like a duel to the death without the death and all made entirely out of words.
Oh, that's a little bit of a death of the self-esteem, but you know. Anyway,
that's a really cool way to get over a beat.
Yeah, pretty much, and it solves a lot of problems, particularly when most of the people that you're traveling with and living with, their style of fighting. Okay, a lot of them fight like I do.
And people, if they did fight, would turn each other into mush.
Yeah. Of course, there are some that fight a bit more like Ava. But you don't have a terrible lot of time to find something ranged if you're getting into that kind of thing. And there's a very few that that they tend more to be elders or elders in training that fight more like Furseth.
Huh.
Anyhow, let's go.
Onwards.
Yes. So, traipsing along through Belarys, put us back in the city map, and through the market, and into that little alley that Nye finds familiar.
That I found when I was looking for bookmarks.
Bookmark? I'm not even gonna ask.
For clarity.
He went to go find a gift and got a little bit lost.
Yeah, and Alice points at the shop. Funnily enough, that Froseth went and got that little glass vial for Clarity's gift for her. And that's the one I'm talking about. I may actually buy a nug if we're not running out of here like our asses are on fire. It would just really amuse me to see Hazel on this stuff.
What?
It would chill you out. Seriously.
I'm all for this
Tempting.
experimentation.
Tempting. I could maybe use a day where I'm not like everywhere at once.
Yeah, it'd probably be more like a couple of hours, but yeah, because
Ava
we'd
doesn't
start
say
you off
this, but
slow.
thinks I think we all could.
It might feel like a day.
It's not that strong. It's like it's kind of like being drunk without the bad decisions.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
Well, given we're with the bad decisions without the being drunk.
I mean, yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically getting all of you smoked out. Seriously.
this is going to be a day.
First things first. And that leads to sort of 3/4 of the way down this fairly long alley. Perception check from you all while you're doing it. Actually, it's Furseth and Hazel that are carrying the bags of holding. Not you two.
So just okay.
20.
I said not us two.
9.
Yeah, not you two.
Well,
Although
I'm distracted.
20!
Nice.
Darvin is used to Evan. Compared to Evan, the 14-year-old boy who's bumped up against him and yoinked his coin purse is a rank amateur.
Oh no.
Remy escapes because most of her shit is in her armor and doesn't even notice because that they took one look and just went nah. Ava sees nothing. Neither, in fact, does Nye, and Nye has very little to start with. But he has some. Or he
I
did.
don't have that much either, but yeah.
Yeah, but you did, anyway.
Hold it.
They start
Huh?
pelting down the road.
I'll start running after.
Wait, Darwin, what are you doing?
They robbed us.
Well,
Don't
no,
make me follow.
they just no.
Fucking-
You would have stopped them from robbing you.
Oh, okay.
You don't know they got robbed.
Oh, okay. My bad. I misread the situation. I apologize.
Yeah, it's just you noticed somebody was trying to fumble in your,
And
so
I went,
you could just
"Hey!"
turn away, yank clear and start running.
Wait up a damn second.
Well, they're still running.
Stop them. Stop them.
Can
I'm gonna
we
use the boots if you don't.
don't
Are we
use?
still in like a narrow alley?
Yes.
Remy's gonna misty step.
Oh Christ! And we're blowing spell
Oh, God.
slots on rockets. Okay. So yeah, all of a sudden these three teenagers just skid to a stop as Remy is right in front of them.
I'm running up to them.
Up
I
behind
grab
him.
them, but they're like what sort of age? 14.
Yeah, around about there.
Grab them by the back of the the scruff of their shirts.
Stuff.
Well, two
Uh,
of them
think
because they
you're
said there were
doing?
3.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
2 then. What
Remy
exactly do you
just
think you're
crosses
doing?
her arms.
And
Oh,
I'm
so
going
she's
for-
just there. Oh wow, she's just there like in the armor, arms. Wow, that's awesome.
and
She's
I'm going to grab the other one, the third one in a headlock.
Oh God! Don't hurt him, Hazel.
okay. Actually, to be fair, all 3 of you need to make a strength check for grapple.
Oh,
Pretend-
sick, Remy.
Disadvantage for you because you're grabbing 2 of them.
Ah, damn it! It's just shirts.
18.
Oh God. Oh no, that's the same.
Yeah, and that means they can very easily wriggle away from you.
Strength. Disadvantage, you said?
Disadvantage, yes.
This is gonna be bad. Oh, 12.
Yeah.
Better than my perception.
Hazel keeps 1. Hazel keeps hers. Ava keeps 1 of hers.
Grab him! Grab him!
At which point, Alice, who doesn't look overly strong at the moment, but just grab, joink. Give it back. What? It actually tightens a little. Give it back. The one that Ava's got holds out a pouch to Nye. The one that Hazel has holds out a pouch
Grab
to
it and hand it
Ava.
over. Thank you.
The one that Alice's got is going, I didn't get anything!
Oh, that was you.
No, I was after her! Actually, no, first you, then her!
Your technique needs a little work.
Fuck off!
Okay.
Don't
what's
rob.
the deal? Why would
They're doing it because
Where's mine, anyway?
Oh, no, one of them did hand yours over.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like it.
Alice rummages for her own. You had good sense. Flicks a gold at each of them and don't rob adventurers. It's not fucking worth it. Now get out of here.
I'm letting mine go.
Yep, same.
Run.
The kid's been in a headlock for like the last second, just casually holding him.
Oh,
Okay. Keep an
Yeah.
eye for pickpockets from now on. Good to know.
At least down here, it's how a lot of these kids survive. That's why I handed them over at least something.
Yeah, thank you, Alice.
I'd like them to be able to eat today. It's not like I haven't been in a position where that was an option. I didn't take that
Yes.
option, but a lot of these kids, people won't necessarily hire them for odd jobs. Or they don't have the context to go looking. I lucked out. I'm charming. They're not so much.
A little lunk-headed, apparently. As they pick the wrong targets.
Grabs Hazel by the armor and lift.
Ugh.
You want to shut up now?
Probably wise, yes. Shutting up.
Ava's trying to find a safe place to put a pouch so it doesn't happen again.
Given her armor, there's not that much in the way of completely pickpocket proof, but you managed to tuck it away. I mean,
At least better.
yeah, Darvin lucked out in that he's got a lot of hidden pockets, and Remy has a lot of her stashed in armor-plated bits. So, and nobody robs a bag of holding.
Yeah. Well, not if you don't know what's in it.
All right, let's get moving.
Well, that was.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Good eye, Darwin.
Thank you for stopping, Alice.
Let me guess, the little gnome.
Mm-hmm.
The little gnome could give them lessons, right?
Mm-hmm. He's amazing.
Back home, you'll meet him. He'll probably sneak something into your stuff.
Yeah, he
Better
does
than
that.
sneaking something out of my stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
You'll probably wind up with some squidgy bears.
He's very small and could probably
Guys.
give Mama's ability to teleport or run.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yes, let's keep going.
It's only a few more doors before before LSA sort of leads to. It's a rundown little place. Small door, one window covered by a dirty cloth, and you got LSA just sort of standing there looking at it for a minute. Okay, who wants to do the honors?
I mean, I'm not looking at Remy, but I'm not looking at Remy.
I'm checking for any sign of movement.
Perception check.
Coming up.
I mean,
Hopefully it's better than my last roll. Nope.
or not.
6.
The window is dirty, the cloth over it equally, so trying to see through that is kind of a lost cause.
I'm gonna
Remy, I'll
also
step
give a
up
once
to the
over.
door.
Wait,
Right, I'm
wait.
gonna-
Two of
Wait,
you are
wait,
talking at once. Smeagol.
Remy steps up to the door.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna give it a once over as Remy's doing that.
Okay. Perception.
Apparently, it's 6 is the number today.
Not the perceptive day today.
Nope.
That's
Okay.
just
Some of us.
Remy walks up to the door. You got Hazel trying to peer through window dirt and cloth, and it ain't happening.
Remy draws his shield and then rams in.
Okay.
What?
Give me a strength check.
Okay. Wow. All right.
This is about to go straight through the door and keep going.
11.
Funnily enough, the door splinters in the middle a little bit, but it still holds.
Wow.
Huh.
There is a certain amount of scuffling noise happening from inside as well. So,
And Remy steps back and gets ready to do it again.
okay.
All
Again.
right.
I ready my bow.
15.
Yeah, that will about do it. So, hang on just one moment.
Am I the only one thinking somebody might have just moved in? Well, we've already bricked the door down. Never mind.
Well, we tried seeing if it...
Yes, but that's kind of, that nobody actually did much of anything to potentially mention that. So,
It's true.
No, well, that was in character as the bam bam. Didn't
Remy's
somebody could have
going
just
in.
moved? Yeah, so it was like couldn't wham, but couldn't sweep wham. Well, okay then.
Oh boy.
okay, Remy takes 4 points of piercing damage as one arrow gets through her shield guard, and make me a wisdom saving throw.
19.
Is this Yes, okay, fortunately for you. There is a sound of bong, and this wave of effectively death energy tries to spike you effectively directly through the brain, but you manage to shake that off. So Remy is Well, let's first move you to. Oh, for fuck's sake! There we go. Yes, because hello, you actually gave people warning. Why are you not? There you go. Yes, so that's effectively the surprise round. As so, I'd like y'all to roll initiative.
16.
Why do I have page?
Also
10.
six.
Is it on X?
4.
15.
Nat 20. I rolled
Nice.
twice because of the
Yeah.
the thing. So nat 20.
Holy shit, Darvin.
It's the dagger I've got. The artifact.
Eh.
Well, it's not an artifact. It's just a magical
Okay,
dagger.
so let's see. What do we got?
You're a freak, mate. You're a glorious, glorious freak.
Okay, top of the round, Darvin. All you know is that a couple of arrows have gone, and there was a boom kind of noise.
Okay. Then I'm gonna step through the door and immediately to the side
Where?
of. Basically, I'm trying not to block the door.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's see. And now I see. Oh crap! Lots of people. And I will. Shoot. What can I tell anything from looking at these guys? Like, how do they look? Are they just random?
Random mismatched armor. There's one at the back who doesn't appear to be armed, but weirdly, that's usually the more dangerous ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that much I know. And these are 5-foot spaces, correct?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So that being the case, and quickly realize, okay, these are armed. These are armed. That guy's not. No, don't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do shatter. Let me pull up my character sheet real quick. I'm gonna do because I gotta check the range. 60 feet. Cool. So yeah, it's gonna be a 10-foot radius circle centered on him.
Okay.
So I don't think I have a clicky for that, but let me check.
I don't think I've.
No. So I'll put the spell card up just a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a minute since I cast it, so I'm a little.
I
What do
think
I
the
do?
last time was the Dracolich, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly.
It was. Did that? Oh, it's gonna say right. Okay. Let's do that at level
So you do have a clicky.
Well, it's asking me to input value, cast at what level.
Yeah.
I clicked on the spell card, but it's also going to calculate there.
Yeah, so you... What's the thing? You do have a clicky.
Sort of.
Yeah, so it's a Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's set up so if it's something that you don't just automatically... Okay, let's see. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's going to be 4d8 because I cast it at level 3.
Wait a minute, it's a third... Sorry, it's Evocation 3. But
Yeah,
anyway.
because I cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So it's evocation, but it normally would be 2. But I cast it at 3. 12 all told.
6 actually made the Constitution save.
Oh, we did. Nice. Well, still.
Bonus action?
Bonus action. I have no idea what's going on, but we don't need to hear that gong. Remy, go move fast. Go kick some freaking ass. Inspiration die on Remy.
At which point you get from behind. You're learning.
So that's going to be 1d8.
Yep. And okay. Next, because of course, Alice charges in through the front door. Charges the archer who is standing in the front rank there, and she does not rage, not yet. But okay. Second shot. Between ice damage from her axe and just sheer wham, wham, this guy does not look at all well. He's about yay close to bleeding out, and it really is. It's not raging, but it's don't shoot at my girlfriend. Of course, that archer is
kind of like Ava's rage last time.
that archer is now sort of abandoning the bow because she's way too close. Pulls a dagger from his belt and skates across breastplate. It is just a scraping across the breastplate, and it's just, oh fuck you! And the caster rummage. See if I've got anything that might not really. I used to have more spell casting shit than this. Oh well, I'll just have to move things later. Let's that's gonna end up directly on Remy. Sphere of fire springs to life basically on top of Remy. Make me a dex saving throw.
7.
That would be 9 points of fire damage.
Total rebuke reaction.
I don't think that works on if you're not being directly attacked by a thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Unfortunately,
Is
it's a clever enough move, but it
9 points.
Yes, 9 points. Yes, it would have to be directly on. I mean, you sort of scrunch out of the way as best you can, but yeah, that's not being heated. And yeah, also there's now a ball of fire blocking the door.
Great.
Froseth.
I'm gonna have to get in there somehow.
Oh God. Why do I get the feeling this is going to be something ridiculous?
Well, there is a. Never mind. I don't want to dictate.
Or
I want to say
anything.
something, but I don't want to.
Like,
The
well,
pe-
I'm gonna
The people who are
basically gonna have to go through the fire or around it if
Okay.
there's room.
Where are you ending up?
Can I, with my 45 feet of movement, get over here?
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yes, you can. So there. You take 8 points of fire damage. Actually, no, dex saving throw. You might actually be better with this.
Maybe. We'll see.
Hail the
14.
power of evasion.
You do actually just manage to get your tail singed, so that's 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Then, with my action, I am going to rub my hands together, clap, Gong of the Summit.
Oh no.
Remind me.
Oh, no.
Centering that on that, basically shatter.
Ah, yes. Okay. So that's con saves on both those.
So it should hit both of them.
Yeah, what's
This is-
the modifier that we're looking at here?
Sorry.
What's the target? What's the save?
The save DC.
Con save DC 14. Oh, it's in the chat.
Roll damage, but they both just made it.
Oh,
I mean,
the
literally-
damage rolled is part of that too.
Oh,
So
okay.
15.
Oh, so there's a clicky button. I'll have to copy that for yours later.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that's rounding up. That's 8 points. Yeah, they rock on their feet a little bit, and they're the one with the crossbows turned around and pointing it at you. Bonus action?
I'm okay with that. Bonus action. Water whip, the one that's pointing the crossbow at me.
He's gone full Avatar. Everybody stop.
And that's dex save, isn't it?
It should do it as part of this here. Let me. It's asking for number of dice. I'm not sure if that's the dice added or I'll just submit it without that. Okay, it did it. Yeah, dex save.
Okay, so where are you pulling him?
I'm using it to knock him prone as opposed to pull him anywhere.
So
So basically, drag his
it
feet out.
takes yet more damage as feet. Whoop! Thwomp. Okay, Remy, you're kind of next to this ball of fire.
Hey, Remy points her sword out at the mage in the back, shouts, "Yield in the name of Tritherion," and casts Abjure Enemy.
Oh, Christ. Oh, no.
Okay, what's the spell save DC? Do we know?
I'm assuming it's off of mine, so
Yep.
14.
So mage cowering in the back against the wall even further than he already was.
And then she
Nice.
runs up.
There, bunk.
Casts Divine Favor and swings at that guy.
Okay.
9.
That misses.
Swings again. 17.
Hang on, wait a minute. Why? The cast was an action. Why are you attacking?
I thought the Divine Favor's bonus. I thought Abjure was like the.
No, but it's still an
Blindside.
action.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a full action.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah. I see that now. Okay, that's my bad. Then she.
That she does.
Yeah,
She
just
positions
runs
herself, but it's
up
getting
with
away
bonus.
from the fire in the middle of the doorway. That's fine.
Yeah.
Besides, although to be fair, if she placed herself there, she could still swing at that guy and be within 5 feet of Alice for all those nifty shield master bits that you keep forgetting you have.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Which is okay. So so yeah, that guy. He doesn't have much choice. Okay, attack of opportunity from Remy. Because this guy's gonna move.
Joke. 20
Roll damage.
and 1d4.
Wow.
So that manages to gouge a significant amount of leather armor off this dude. But he manages to get out of range of both Remy and her shield. And is trying to finish the job of, well, at least trying to get around the armor, which his archer colleague is not doing so well. Oh, that actually hits. Gouge across Alice's arm, and it's just, oh, you motherfuckers poisoned your blades, really? He's clearly shaking it off, but the tone is you fucking amateurs. Hazel!
Okay. 1. Does the window look big enough for me to get?
Yes!
You know what? Actually, fuck it. Hitting the boots of Hank and just blurring straight down the middle.
Oh god.
That doesn't help. I suppose it does give you advantage on dex saves. Sorry, are you going through the window or through the door?
Door. I don't want to risk accidentally tripping and falling on my face, so I'm just gonna blur past this and try to get right up on the mage.
Okay, dex save with advantage.
Right. $20.
And that's 4 points of fire damage. Where are you ending up?
With that doubled speed, would I be able to make it right in front of the mage?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, just about. Yep. Swoop.
I pulled the hammer out of the bag, and I'm going to hit this guy. Ah, whoa, sorry.
We'll take the lower one. This is taking a while, so roll damage.
Yeah, that's still a 22. Jesus.
Womp.
It says slams him into a wall.
And second action and hasted action is basically getting used to smack him. Just gonna bounce
23.
him off the wall.
He's really not looking overly well, and Hazel's apparently playing croquet with him.
Just fucking dribbled the mage on a wall.
Ava,
Well, the flames just
you're muted.
explode in the. Am I?
No, he is,
Oh, sorry.
because he can't keep his mouth shut, so it's just as well.
Yeah, so the flames just appear in the door.
Yes.
Would you say I was like right outside it?
Yeah, but by
we
this
all-
point, probably.
Well, when she sees that, she goes a bit pale and takes a couple steps back. I don't want to get near the flames, so she's going to try the window.
Okay, make me a strength check.
Oh, God. My specialty. Yeah, nope. Ow!
Yeah, basically tries to slam into the window, manages to hit the. And
And
it's
it
not
was
it,
ridiculous.
it's not very it's not it doesn't look very strong, the the thing holding the panes together, but still enough to bounce her back like, ow, fuck. That is your action.
I'm even
bonus
less
action.
strong. Yeah.
It's bonus action.
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, archer number. Yeah, the guy first has knocked off his feet. Gets up.
Yep.
What's your AC again?
18.
Damn it. That is 8 points of piercing damage, and make
I
me.
would like to use my reaction
of course
to
you would.
deflect missiles.
Go right ahead. Okay.
So 1d10 plus 3. I should make a power for this.
You catch it.
Damn! We deflected all damage. Nice.
Yeah, you catch it. Pook.
Well, since I can do it as part of the same action, I'm throwing the bolt back at it.
Go right ahead.
Return to sender.
This
I'm
is
just gonna
hilarious.
I'm just going to use my unarmed attack since it would be the exact same dice.
Unfortunately, it literally just misses. And it goes past his ear. Holy fuck. He doesn't want to shoot at you anymore, so he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot at the one with the big ass axe. And misses.
Wow.
So
What is this fight?
pause to them with funk. The other one, which everybody's been ignoring up until this point. is going to bounce a couple of arrows off Remy's armor in the most ineffectual way possible. She just feels off her back, ping, ping. Melee fighter, by contrast, is going to run up to Hazel. And manage to miss completely.
I'm glad I was muted for that because I almost accidentally wasted the cutting words.
You see that's your problem. You either need to forget about cutting words, or learn to control thine mouth without muting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yes, no. Basically, she catches one on the shield, the other one just whiffs.
No, I don't have my shield right now. It's just
Oh,
a
of
hammer.
course, because the hammer.
And I'm
Probably off
blurring.
the hammerhead. So punk punk. Nye,
You're muted.
you're muted.
Can I see anything in the room, or is it just like curtain of fire sort of thing?
Well, it's 5 feet in diameter, the sphere, but the bits above it is all heat haze.
I guess I'm going through the door and the fire.
Okay, make
And-
me a dex save.
Yep. Dex. Oh, why'd they print everything so small? 6.
7 points of fire damage.
Ouch. And I'm going to suss out the situation and try to end up here.
Okay. Bink.
Who looked? So this guy that's sort of between me and Froseth, how healthy does he look?
I don't think he's even been hit yet.
Wait.
he's just
He would have
dumped on
been
his
hit by
spot.
Shatter
I
and
thought-
knocked on his ass.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the one that got knocked in his butt.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
no, he's the crossbowman, right? Yes. So not great, but
Then looking around, no, it's going to be 2 Eldritch Blasts on the one next to Hazel.
the mage or the one wailing
No.
on her back.
The one wailing on her back.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to shoot at somebody that's past her.
Okay. Go forth.
Fire 1. Whoop, that's not fire 1. Hold on. I'm in the wrong. Yeah, I'm in the wrong window and just clicked on the words that said Eldritch Blast. 14.
Just misses. Bolt 2.
Fire 2. 10.
Misses more. Bonus action? Uh-oh.
I don't know.
That's it.
Okay. It's better. That's it is better than doing something stupid. Top of the round, Darvit.
Okay, what I'm gonna do on the guy trying to wail on Hazel, who's really in the best position to do some serious damage if they can manage it. So that being the case, I start tapping out a tune on the drum and start singing, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Holy God, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. And I'm hitting him with, did that pop?
Yes, it
in the
did.
chat?
Yep.
Okay, I'm hitting him with Tasha's hideous laughter.
Up to you,
And
Ladybug.
what's the spell save DC?
Let me check. I believe it's 14, but let me see. Yes, 14.
Ladybug.
He made it, didn't he?
So sorry. Rolled
I've
naturally.
never had that work.
I
No,
know.
that
This
was
is
so
the one
funny.
time it would possibly work.
I know. I'm so sorry. It is.
Oh well.
It doesn't even look in
It
your
will work one
direction.
day.
It will work one day. Even with my dice. I mean, they've been rolling really crap for attacks, but for saves, anyway.
Bonus action. Let me just move my character sheet out of the way real quick. Bonus action on Hazel. Hazel. Yeah, those haste boots make you go fast, but get the hell away from these guys.
Before
And,
they
and
knock
gotta go.
and from Alice, before they knock you on your ass.
Thank you. I'd already used ass. I was trying to come up with something else, but thank you.
Sometimes the classics are the best.
Fair point. And
So
1d8
1d8
to
for
Hazel.
Hazel. Yeah.
And Remy, you still have yours.
Yes.
Yes. Meantime, Alice turns around to the to individual trying to stab her, and basically goes, "There's a 4-year-old gnome who could shank me better than you can."
Holy shit.
And he actually blinks at this and effectively his own throat. Welcome to Vicious Mockery. She killed him. She shamed him to death. And she turns around and says, like, wow, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my, what is even this game?
That's just, okay. And not all that much in the way of bonus action. She's trying to save the big shit for the time being. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. So I'll leave the inspiration to you this time. Archer 1 is dead. Caster can't actually move right now, so what they are going to do, given that they be still, like, alive, and they're perfectly happy to have the, actually, that reminds me. No, let's still maintain concentration. What am I looking for?
Counterspell. Could I see him and tell that he's trying to cast something? I mean,
You don't know that yet. I haven't even picked the fucking spell yet. But I
Okay,
will
sorry.
remember that.
Mhm.
I will remember that, but can you let me start the description first? Thank you
Okay,
very
I'm
much.
sorry. I'm still not 100% clear on when. Sorry.
When the action is being declared, not when I'm just looking at a book.
Gotcha. Sorry.
You're at 2 seconds.
Yeah, because if nothing else, it means that if you tell me you want a counter spell, I can then pick a spell that you won't be able to do without a roll. Now I know you're going to. Now I know you're gonna counterspell it. It's I'm trying to keep myself to what he'd actually do, but it's almost impossible. Great. Okay. He does begin to cast. Are you counterspelling?
Yes.
Roll.
Okay. Make an ability check. Using your spellcasting ability. So charisma. Okay, so it's a charisma check of 10 plus the spell's level. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just click on charisma.
I need to now look up how counterspell works.
Only 10. So I didn't counterspell it. It's you want me to put the spell card in?
No, I've got the book. I'll do it.
Okay. Sorry.
I kind of split the difference in that it was. Just want to make sure of something. Oh shit. Remy,
Yes.
Alice, Darvin, and I need to make me dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
Oh no, what did he do?
21.
Oh god.
11.
Thank Christ. Alice manages to move out of the way. Rest of you, not so much as Fireball.
Oh, I knew it.
Behold, the most broken spell in D&D.
And that's at 4th level, so...
Oh,
No!
oh fuck.
And I already used my reaction.
D6, 1, 2...
Well, you shouldn't be too bad. You saved.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, yes he did.
Oh.
18. This is not gonna help Ava. Oh god.
4...
Just fire.
Yeah.
Poor Ava.
Pyrophobia?
Just
bit.
a little.
Guys, I'm trying to do math.
Oh, sorry.
That's 33 points of fire damage to Remy and Nye. With 17 for the rest of them. For
That
Alice.
drops me.
Grammy's down.
Oh no.
Froseth.
Oh
Oh yeah, incidentally, thankfully not that wall because of where it would have had to have hit, because he probably just misaimed and hit there. But yeah, because it's 5, 15. Yeah, it's just about. But yeah, this wall here is kind of starting to be on fire. So.
Oh, fun. So wait,
Froseth.
what's the turn order again? Because I got a little turned around.
It's Darvin, Alice, Dead Archer, Caster, Froseth, Remy, first
Thank
melee person, then you, then Ava, then just about everybody else, and then Nye at the bottom.
Thank you.
nigh on the floor, more like it.
Well, sorry, also remind me, Nye, what's your maximum hit points? I don't think it'll be an issue, not like the laser vomit, but let's just double check.
31.
Yeah, you don't. It's not instant death. You've still got death saves.
Yeah.
Coming up, in point of fact.
Oh god.
Persif!
Okay. I think getting rid of the mage should be a pretty good priority now. So I'm gonna.
You're looking
there.
at you're looking at difficult terrain because you've kind of got a chair and a rug in the way, but you can about get there. So having to keep your tail out of the way a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Attack 1.
Roll damage. That hurt. Go again. Roll damage.
Yeah.
That drops him. The fire here. The clear drawings. Gone. But there's still a flame licking up this side of the wall. Actually, to be fair, the floor is probably still a little bit on fire, but it's not this massive sphere right in the middle of the thing. Bonus action?
Well, I still have key points left. Let's water whip the melee guy that's just there.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. Still going full Avatar.
And if he doesn't save, I'm gonna pull him towards me.
He
so.
saves.
Okay.
So that's fucking hell.
And that's my turn.
Remy, make me a death saving throw.
Oh.
17.
You're okay.
Yay.
Melee Dude 1 is basically seeing Remy smoldering, and with armor probably can't tell the difference between dead and unconscious. Lucky for you. So just still trying to stab on Alice, and Alice is having absolutely none of it. Hazel, your mage is dead, and 2 of your people are on the floor.
I'm still in full haste mode, so I'm gonna try to run over here between the lot, taking the
Zoop.
attack opportunity if I have to.
Yeah, you probably do. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
What's your AC again?
18.
Just misses you. You feel sort of sneakhead. You have a feeling that possibly there's a nick in your bow.
Pulling the staff out of my bag of holding and dumping 5 charges into it to hit mass cure wounds. I still don't have that as a
It's because it's a staff ability, not a, and I haven't added it yet. It's been a lousy little while.
All right, I'm just gonna punch that in. That's 19 points of healing to both me, to basically all of my friends in the radius who are injured. That be
all 4 of them. Yeah.
Yep, all 4 of them.
And that puts Remy and Nye prone but conscious and with 19 hit points. And from what I recall, Darvin and
I'm fine.
yeah, Darvin and LSA up to full. Thank you.
And if I was actually damaged at all, wait, am I damaged? I'm damaged a little.
Yes,
Yeah,
from running through the fire.
Yeah, right. Okay. Just from I regained 7 hit points off of a blessed healer, so I'm back to full.
Okay.
Because stealth regens are awesome.
Yep.
I'm gonna blur back over to melee guy, putting away my my stat,
Zoop.
and try and smack him with the hammer.
Nope.
It's just
Unfortunately,
crash into the floor, probably next to him.
He sees it coming. Ah!
Hold
Ava.
still so I can hit you. And it's being said at chipmunk speed, so hold still so I can hit you.
Ava, you're still seeing fire, but it's
Yeah, and
not
like I see
blocking the
even-
door. There is a whole wall that's starting to burn. However,
there was sort of basically a mini explosion.
of fire, yes. So there's probably bits of the floor that are still smoldering. That whole wall is starting to catch a bit because this is old dry wood.
That does not help Ava at all.
No.
In fact, she flashes back to, obviously, that night.
No.
And pretty much freezes. And that's my turn.
It's the same principle by which Nye rolls his wisdom.
Basically, yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the first one was an 11.
I mean, well played. Well played. So kudos. Bravo. I mean, I appreciate the holding to,
Guys.
She's scared of fire.
Guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, crossbow dude over here starts firing at Hazel. First one misses. Second one does hit for, of all things, 4 points of piercing damage.
This thing clipped me, or is it stuck somewhere unpleasant?
It probably scored a line across unprotected hip.
Hagrid!
The individual in your face is trying to stab at you, but that's not doing a whole terrible lot of good. And the guy who, and the last remaining archer, has managed to fire a couple of crossbow bolts through the doorway, and as if Ava wasn't having a hard enough time, right past her freaking out head. Nye, you're conscious, you hurt, and you're lying on the floor.
There's no suitable prop within reach, but screw it. I'm getting up. That's half my movement. I'm taking two steps north next to a crossbow guy here, drawing the pack blade and saying, "Put that fucking thing down."
And that's a wisdom saving throw.
No, that's that. Let me find the thing.
Oh my god, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, where? Oh, come on. There it is.
I told you, wisdom saving throw.
Against 13.
Natural 17, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, why is this?
It just,
Okay,
it basically points it at your throat.
bonus action, Misty Step to there.
Sorry, there. Top of the round! Top of the round, Darvin!
All right. You know what? The hell with this. I just pap a couple of times sharp on the drum and just flip, flip, and magic missile twice. Twice, second level
At who?
at the crossbow guy.
Okay. Roll damage.
Bad day, bad day, bad day.
Yeah, basically, I'm just like, enough of this. Flip, flip. Oh wait, no, it's a clicky. There it is. 4 damage and 4 damage.
He's not looking well, but he's not down yet.
Damn it. And bonus action. No, I know you said you're trying to do your best. Eldritch blast these guys. Just do your best. Just kill the rest. Something. I don't know.
I'll say, meanwhile, just face palms.
Yep.
And goes up to the one
So
that's...
yeah, 1d8 on Nye.
Yeah.
And I'm all out of inspiration.
Okay, so, yeah, George, point, Alice steps forward to the one that Nye has popped up next to. Hi! You weren't thinking of hitting my friend, were you? Holy crap. And straight up cuts him in half.
Jesus.
No, you weren't! That was max 3 times in a fucking row on 3 different dice.
Oh, jeez.
So, nat 20 plus max damage all the way across the board. That was just, apparently, it's basically to the bit, you don't fuck with my little brother.
No.
Oh.
Which she takes in, which is supposed to... She does not take an attack of opportunity, thankfully, but there you go. Well, she's still in his melee range, so yeah. Okay, Archer 1's dead. Dead. Froseth!
I'll move down to attack the melee guy on Hazel.
Okay, go forth.
Duh. 17.
Roll damage.
Second attack.
Ooh.
Natural 1.
Ouch.
Yeah, your ice comma ends up kind of in the floor. Chunk! Shit. Bonus action?
Bonus action. I'll just do a single hit. I don't want to spend the last 2 key points I've got at the moment. So 1 attack.
Roll damage!
Comma and pow!
Funnily enough, Kama doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Then he gets it stuck in the floor, and basically, the heel of his hand wham into this guy's nose, drives bits of bone into his brain, and just thud.
Monk was having none
That's
of this.
better.
That's better. Wow.
Remy,
Remy
you're prone, by the way.
picks herself back up. Did her concentration break? I'm assuming it did.
Yes.
Her spell.
Basically, and you've got this guy left and this guy left.
She's gonna go for that guy.
Boop.
Go swinging.
Miss.
Inspiration die.
Yes, very good. Still miss.
One more time. 17.
Just hit. Roll damage. You're not looking well. No, it's melee guy 2 that was killed. So this one is sort of. We killed you, you fucking heathen! And miss. Off the shield. Off the shield again.
Guys really can't hit for shit half the.
Hazel!
I am going to say hello to Mr. Crossbow.
You're going right up to him. Into melee
Yep.
rage. Okay.
Yep. And hammer 1.
Hammer gets very briefly stuck in the wall.
Would I be able to make a second attack?
Oh yeah,
between
no,
yanking?
it's not. It doesn't really affect. It's just. Ah! You're fine.
Oh my god. Twice?
Nat 1 immediately, Nat 20. Wow, okay.
Roll damage.
No, that's a large number.
She Gallagher melons his head.
Can I have tried to punt him into that that space looks like a doorway down? I have to punt him towards it.
With that roll, yeah, just it actually goes through. That breaks, revealing a cellar below, and. But before she does that, you can see that she's reduced his head to mush. We're talking spurt here.
Tiny thing. I was before Hazel.
No, Hazel then Ava.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, 11:10. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, I wrote
Uh,
everything down.
Right. Of course. You
Bonus
said
action.
Oh, sorry.
Bonus action. Just gonna double check something here. Nah, that'll be all.
Okay, Ava.
You said a arrow or crossbow had come right near my head.
Two crossbow bolts right past her ears.
Were they on fire?
No.
Hmm?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then she's just like, not sure what to do because there's still flames all over, isn't it?
It's dying down, but you can still see where bits of the floor are smoldering and that bit of wall.
Well, she's gonna take a few steps towards the doorway and sort of peer in to see how things are going.
There's a couple of there's one really damaged looking individual with daggers, and he's surrounded by really burned looking nigh. Harder to see with Remy in full quite dark armor.
Mm-hmm.
Alice has got singes in places. Darvin, standing right by the door, actually sees Ava just pure as white. Her face is as white as her hair. Just
her eyes are huge.
So no.
Nope.
Nye.
Okay, this can't possibly not work. Toll of the Dead.
It's Toll the Dead. I actually corrected it on your sheet to read what it's supposed to.
Not on the spell list. Not on the spell list side, but on the clicky button side, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, goddamn.
And he's missing hit points, 1d12.
Oh, you mean something actually worked for me?
He rolled a nat 1!
Well, that's 2d12 given 5th level.
He can't cast at 5th level.
No, but because
But I reached 5th level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says when you reach 5th level.
Yeah, that's the cantrip, so it gets bonuses every series of level ups.
Death take you!
Not so much. Badly hurt, but not so much. Top of the round, Darvin.
Tiny white flag.
I mean, Clay's clutching his head and his nose is bleeding. But it's just not quite enough.
His face is leaking. It's great.
You know what? At this point, I'm just like, enough already, and just whip, 2 magic missiles, just trying to just get it over with. So yeah, let me get my sheet again. Here we go. Clicky 1, 4.
How do you want to do this?
Given where he's facing Remy, right?
Yeah.
This one's just going, just whip right. You just see this force, like dagger looking thing, dart looking thing, just get him right smack in the forehead, like it right over Remy's shoulder, right smack into the guy's forehead.
Given how short Remy is, it could theoretically go over her head, but anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting she's a lot shorter than I think.
Like 5 feet, 1
5
or
feet.
something?
Yeah, see, I thought she was more like 5, like above the halfway mark between 5 and 6.
She's taller on the inside.
Right?
Taller on the inside.
That's what it is. You know. Anyway.
Yeah, cheap. And Remy just sees a hole through this guy's forehead. Well, none of them were my parents. Why did they call you a heathen?
And boots charge down. Maybe that leads some credence to the cultist problem. Also, there was a door.
Froseth, can you do something about this wall over here?
Yeah. Do the elemental affinity thing.
Yeah,
put out
as
all the fire.
Ava backs up as a frost breath, and well, the water thing. Anyway, yes. Either way, flames are now out.
And I'm gonna step back out the door and check on Ava and make sure she's okay, because I did glance over and see her face, and as white as she was. So I'm gonna step out while y'all deal with inside. I'm gonna check on Ava.
Now the flames have gone, I'm a bit more or less normal.
Slowly coming, slowly getting the color back. Yeah, so I'll just.
Sorry about that.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's fine. Everybody's okay, but are you okay?
Better.
Meantime, Alice turns to Remy. You gonna be okay? I kind of want to save the healing hands for major emergencies, and I don't know that we're done yet.
If I hear that, say I can heal a bit if need.
Save it. We don't know what's down there.
Remy is going to.
Don't make me feel this ridiculous.
Don't worry about it. We've all got a thing.
Remy is going to healing light times 2. 6, 7, and then lay on hands for another 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna wander over to the door and start.
Yeah. Incidentally,
poking.
Hazel.
Yeah.
Paladins can't do that.
Remy, is that from the thing with the feathers and on high and oh boy.
Hazel, don't make a thing about it.
I'm not making a thing. I just want to
Yes,
know
you
what that
are.
was.
It's healing.
You are an embarrassment to the faithful.
Just
Hazel.
start searching the bodies, Hazel. See if we find anything useful.
I'm searching that door I just Gallaghered a guy through.
There's a ladder, and it's leading down what little ambient light seems to be a short tunnel leading to another ladder down.
Don't go down there without us.
There is what appears to be a barrel. It's fairly wide. It's about 10 feet, but there is a barrel kind of in the way, not completely blocking the way, but sort of midway down this short corridor.
We got a barrel down here, and I'm having Stark Coast flashbacks.
Remy's gonna search the body or the nearest couple bodies.
The various couple of bodies are wearing amulets with that symbol that Hazel was waving around.
Okay, you were right, Hazel.
Suspicion confirmed.
Yay, cultists! So that barrel really is now giving me Stark Coast flashbacks. Nobody touch that barrel.
Maybe we want to check that for traps before we try and go down there.
Yup.
I can take a look.
But, I mean, we burned through a bit down there. But if we leave now, they have a chance to regroup or do something worse.
Exactly. So I'm gonna take a look around for traps and bad things.
I'm gonna lean over and fire off the Eldritch Sight.
Down into that little...
Kind of looking over Hazel's shoulder and looking down.
That is probably the most abomination-y barrel you've ever seen in your life.
Why? That is probably the most abomination battle I've ever seen in my life.
I love the delivery. That was beautiful.
Okay, nobody
Okay.
touch the barrel. That is full of the black shit. That is full of
Okay,
the
good to know.
black shit.
I'm checking for traps around the passage.
There's
yeah,
nobody living down there, Hazel.
I threw a dead guy in there.
Yeah, there
Fair enough.
is a corpse which thankfully missed the barrel. Barely. You nearly yeeted him through it.
Yes!
Since I don't, Ava doesn't know. Why is this barrel so dangerous?
Okay,
It's-
okay.
It's full of wrong.
Okay, Ava, remember the black crap that was on the skeleton thing?
The one
And
they've
how
been
it smelled like...
the one they've been talking about for a while. The synthetic honey, weird tainting abomination crap that
Yeah,
turns
it's
people into horrible mutations and everything else into worse.
Like, just take a second. Can we smell it?
You're close enough to the door at the moment. You can.
Can Ava, with Ava also checking for traps, can she smell it?
Just about, yeah. But
Smell
I mean,
what?
it's sealed up in. It's a smell like if you made honey out of aspartame. It's sweet and it's artificial and it's wrong.
Aspartame.
and lots of
Saccharine,
chemicals.
basically.
Okay. Since we know
What would that?
there are
What is,
cultists, corruption, we need to send word to the governor.
We need. If we leave now without seeing if there's anybody down there, and go and tell the governor we're upping their timetable.
That too.
What about Flitty?
Yeah.
He could go send a message, yeah.
I don't want to take Flitty down there, and he could probably go find the governor. Flitty, what do you think?
I wasn't bad in the Stark Coast place.
No, Flitty was amazing.
I don't know that. I wasn't there.
Oh, that's why
Right.
that's why Flitty's telling you.
Yeah, no, Flitty was amazing in Star Coast, and we need to at least investigate a little bit further. I think because
Well, listen, I know that he's worried, but don't make my being okay a condition of where I go. However, thing is, I can talk to the governor man, because he can talk to me. And
directly.
while you're investigating, I can let him know directly what's going on. And to be fair, it's probably gonna take a little while because I gotta fly all the way up there and try and explain things to him, and he has to organize the thing, and he might even use this as a test for you guys. I don't know. But either way, he needs a warning, but you also need to make sure they can't do whatever it is they're doing with the barrels of yick down there. So I will go and I will be the warning.
Thank you.
Be safe.
We will.
I don't want you to be sludged.
We're gonna make sure that never happens.
We're not leaving you, Flitty.
I'm holding you to that. And snuggles up butt and flies out.
Oh, what a fierce fairy dragon! Oh,
Would you
at the headbutt.
perception or investigation?
Oh, it
We
was so
will-
fierce.
It is perception, but we will save that because we're past time now.
Okay.
I know it's hard for you and I to reckon that, but that's because the clock went forward for these guys. But we will carry this on in 2 weeks' time with perception checks for traps and whatever else you find down there with your somewhat denuded key points, spell slots, and given that short rests are like an hour, you don't even get your spell slots back now. Anyway, see us again in 2 weeks' time when they attack things for whatever is down there. Bye, guys.
Bye.